Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have the Four of Wands. I feel like you're somebody that really you're good at knowing how to make ends meet, you know? You're good at completing kind of tasks. I think that you're very creative, but I feel like you have a frugality about you. You know, you're able to really stretch things further than most people could. I think you're very good at making the dollar out of 15 cents. You're able to stretch resources and make things really work for you. Seeing connections and seeing ways to get things done that other people may overlook. You know, it's like if somebody has this great idea, I can, do it for this amount of money, you can kind of come in and say, I can do it for half of that without sacrificing quality. Okay? I feel like you have a real ability to utilize resources, and you know how to put things together in a way that's very efficient. Yeah. Maybe you haven't always been good with money, but I feel like even if you had a period of time in your life where you were bad with money, I feel like it taught you a lot. I feel like you've learned how to be good with money, with resources. You've kind of been forced to get efficient. Yeah. Let's see where this particular quality of yours is being called for in your life right now. We're going to use the Dove and Serpent spread. And let's get into it. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles, gain. Right? Your frugality is really going to help to grow your financial wins, your financial life. A lot of progress here. You're on that path. Yeah. Here we have a Princess of Pentacles. You have a Knight of Pentacles, a 5 of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacle energy here. And a 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Path of the Serpent. We have a Prince of Cups. Ooh, the Knight of Cups, your superpower card. Very nice. We have also the Eon card, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening. Okay. I kind of see something that's going on here. Okay, yeah, we've got a 3 of Swords as well. I feel like I feel like you're able to formulate a lot of really good habits. Okay? I feel like there's a certain amount of discipline here, kind of keeping things on track. And that's enabling you to really build a lot of financial growth. Okay, you're building something here that's kind of long term, and it's because you found a system that works. This is like a balanced budget. Not only is it the balanced budget, but it's you sticking to the budget, making the choices necessary to keep things on this track. Okay. And you're building up this financial success kind of step by step, all right? Your money choices, I feel like, are aligning with this idea of the frugality, but your money choices, all of your choices really, are kind of aligning you with your true self, your best self, with your authentic self, and with your joy, right? You're choosing to invest in things that are going to help you to express your gift. Okay? And I think that the scarcity, right? That time where maybe you weren't so good with money, or there were money there are money issues. I feel like kind of trained you to to see the hidden opportunities in places. Yeah. Anyway, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Alien, Simon, Mork, Ripley, right there on top. Now, we're not going to take you to our leader until the very end. But, that mystery card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments down beneath the video. Now, as we look around the room, we just see one major arcana energy. It's a doorway. Okay, it's a doorway. I think that this is kind of an unexpected breakthrough. I feel like your abundance is finally here. This Nine of Pentacles showing gains, profit, progress. This is the sort of the line going up and to the right. Okay, your trajectory, your success. You're living a successful life, and that abundance is finally here. And it's going to come through kind of like an unexpected doorway, unexpected channel. Okay. You've got your fire right here in the middle. This is your fire and earth, your ability to manifest. I think in a way that is very systematic, very efficient. Okay, it's that frugality. It's your ability to really stretch resources and make things work. Okay, it takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of commitment. Yeah, we've got our fire. You have some good water over here. You have some air in these positions. You've got a lot of earth energy, And so I think that, the Three of Swords, let's talk about that, because this seems like it's kind of a black cloud, right? I think this is the realization that whatever happened in your past has sort of you've been able to transcend it. So you had this past of, let's say, rejection, scarcity, setbacks, right? I think that you're able to see these now as kind of like the gifts. They taught you things. They taught you resourcefulness. They taught you your frugality, taught you how to manage your money, taught you how to be as efficient as possible. Does that make sense for you? I feel like it's also trained you to see the hidden opportunities. See, with this Princess of Pentacles underneath the surface, this is you with the ability to look at a plot of land and think, that can be an oasis. That can be, you can see the gold. It's like you have one of those dowsing rods, and you're able to I think that's what they're called, right? And you're able to kind of see where, the gold is going to be, where the water is going to be. You have that ability to see the hidden potential in things. So I don't know, maybe you upcycle furniture. I don't know, maybe you reupholster things. Maybe you can take an old house and you can fix it up and flip it. Maybe you restore old cars, Maybe you can see a barren, empty, abandoned forest and you just think, that's going to be a Garden of Eden. You can see the hidden potential in things, and I think through your discipline and through your hard work and through your efficiency, you're able to bring that out of whatever this is. Okay? You're able to do the work, and that's kind of what I see with our Five of Pentacles too. This is somebody who's pulling away the old dead branches to reveal the gold underneath. This is you digging. And the gold, you're starting to see the light shining from all that gold. You're starting to really get that confirmation that you're digging in the right place. Okay, you're digging in the right place. And I think that you kind of having that discipline and the ability to stretch your resources is allowing you to sort of keep doing this work that you're doing. And I think the abundance is finally going to flow, right? But the thing is, even once you get all this gold and all this abundance coming in, you're still going to have that kind of budget mindset, And I think that's important with our Three of Swords too, to not allow any kind of bad habits to creep in. You got the good habits now. These are good money habits. Okay? With the Knight of Cups in the environment, gratitude is going to multiply what you already have. So you're going to be giving to people, and you're going to be giving praise and gratitude and giving love and giving your gift to the world, and it's going to multiply your abundance. Okay? Multiplying your abundance, your stewardship of what you had, no matter how limited, is blossoming now into really amazing, amazing progress. Okay. So I think this is nice. I think there's going to be a big breakthrough coming in terms of an unexpected opportunity or an unexpected doorway. Yeah. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card of making progress. It's the visible sign of progress. So I think that through your budget, your energy budget, you're able to see how much progress you're actually making. It's like that $1 a day in the savings account really adds up, okay? And it's like all you saving the pennies here and there, and it's really starting to add up, okay? And now I think like maybe you've saved up enough money that you're then able to like purchase the storefront, or you're able to like invest it where you wanted to invest it, or whatever it was that's then going to create that opportunity. Okay, so it's kind of like you're saving up your money to buy the ice cream machine so you can start making ice cream and selling ice cream, to start your ice cream shop business. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're saving up for that startup money, or something along those lines, yeah. But I think generally in life, your ability to stretch resources and find ways to be more efficient in life is just generally leading to more progress. You have more built up around you because you know how to kind of save it. You know how to spend it in the right way, right? Because the Four of Wands is not always about how much you save. That maybe is more of a Four of Pentacles vibe, right? Four of Wands might be how you spend. Being very smart about how you spend, not refusing to spend, not saying I'm just not going to buy anything and then I'm going to save all my money. But it's saying, when you do buy something, how do you do that? You barter, you haggle, you look for the deal, you clip the coupon. Okay? What's that show they used to have on Food Network? It was like how to live on like $5 a day or something, right? And it shows somebody like, having breakfast, lunch, and dinner and a snack for like $5, in a day. And I probably couldn't do that anymore, but I feel like that's kind of the energy that you have. Like, you know how to do that. And I don't think you always knew, but I think you figured out the trick. And it's something that you've had to learn through trial and error, through really a lot of suffering. You've had to have a lot of days where you didn't have enough. So you learned how to make enough. You learned how to make the $1 out of the 15 cents. You learned how to make the giant feast off of like just whatever leftovers are in the fridge. You can make the gourmet meal out of like just the noodles and whatever, right? And so, I feel like there is an opportunity now for more abundance to come in. I think you're getting that big break, or the breakthrough, or that opportunity, or that doorway. The Nine of Pentacles is progress, gain, success, abundance on the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative planes. Okay? So I feel like your life is getting better in all dimensions. Your relationships are getting more connected. Your creativity you're investing in your creativity. You're investing in your relationships. Not just romantic relationships. You're investing in friendships, business relationships. You're investing in your community, in your neighborhood. Okay. And I think some of this very creative thinking, or very creative, manifesting or budgeting, I guess, is really like bringing prosperity through this unexpected doorway. This is a divine doorway. Let's do a divine doorway oracle card. Change beckons, the path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed. as change beckons today. Okay? This might be a big opportunity for a really big investment, not just of money, but your energetic resources. The frugality here is not just about your money, it's about your energy, your time, effort, energy, money, and your space, how you are investing it wisely. The choices that you make. It's very easy to say, I know the best way to build abundance is to just not spend my energy, not spend my money, not spend my time. Okay? But I think that you understand investing things in the right places, time, effort, energy, and money, is going to give you the exponential growth that we see with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So the Princess of Pentacles underneath the surface, this is something, this is anything in life that has the potential to blossom into abundance. The Princess of Pentacles is going to, at some point, transform into the Empress card. I think you're able to see those things. You're able to look at something and think, that's an investment that's going to be profitable. That's going to be really, really abundant. Okay? You're able to look at the old house and like see the vision of like, it's all fixed up, it's all nice, and then you sell it for twice what you paid for it, right? You're able to see the fixer-uppers. You're able to see the thing that other people will look at and be like, that's worthless. You see treasure where other people see like nothing. They just totally ignore it. It's not even on their radar. So that's kind of where I got like this upcycling vibe or this restoration kind of vibe. Maybe you restore old cars or old paintings. Maybe you like do the storage wars. You go and you go to the auctions where people are like auctioning off their storage units or something like. Or you can find treasures in the thrift stores or the antique shops or something like that. Maybe you run an antique shop, right? Something like that. But you know how to find treasure where other people aren't going to look. Yeah. And I think that you're getting this kind of a very interesting opportunity that's going to require a kind of a major investment, at least of time, effort, energy, maybe money, maybe space. Going through that doorway, the path is shifting for you. It's the path not so much of like just making ends meet and just trying to stretch every dollar and trying to do our best to make it by. I think you have an opportunity now for really big returns. I want you to tell me you're listening, okay? I want you to claim this reading. I want you to hit the like button and tell me I'm ready in the comments. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles is looking at the future, okay? So because this is in your kind of past energy, I feel like the future is really looking different than it used to. I feel like back in the day, you would look at your life and you think, okay, well, you know what, it's going to be like this. It's going to be just pretty normal. Like this is what I expect my life to be kind of year after year. It's going to be modest, but it's going to be stable. It's going to be fine, right? I think now the vision of your future is changing. You're seeing now that you have a future in front of you of exponential abundance, more than you ever thought possible for you. The abundance like of your wildest dreams, and it seems real now. Okay? So through some kind of an unexpected pathway, I don't know what the channel is exactly, it might be through actually another Cancer sign person coming into your life, okay? But I feel like your vision of the future is changing. Because the Knight of Pentacles is looking out into the distance and looking at the Ten of Pentacles. Who you are, where you are, what you're doing down the road. And I think for a long time in life, it looked a certain way. Maybe you thought like, okay, I'm just going to be working my job, I'm going to be just doing what I do, I'm going to be hustling, and now, when this breakthrough occurs, when that doorway appears before you, you're going to look through the doorway and you're going to think, holy smokes, that future is way different than what I thought my life would be. Okay? Maybe you thought, well, I'm just going to kind of stay around town. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to have my job and do these things. Now you're thinking, wow, there's like international travel. There's like way more money in the bank. There's retirement. Now there's, bigger things. Maybe this isn't even about money. Maybe this is more about maybe it is traveling. Okay, maybe you thought you'd always be working for somebody else. Maybe this is the realization that you can now finally invest in that business, and that's going to change your trajectory. It's putting you on a different path, a path where there is going to be more than enough. Okay, super abundance of what feels like a very financial kind. Okay, your abundance is finally here. And I feel like this is a dream come true. I feel like it's something that you never practically thought possible for you. You thought, yeah, sure, I could, but the way it looked like life was going, it seemed like it was going to be a certain way. Now I feel like that's shifting, okay? And part of that is your Five of Pentacles. This is a card of change. Your physical circumstances are changing. And so it kind of feels like things are going to be up in the air a little bit. Things are going to be a little chaotic. But that's because this breakthrough is starting to happen. The old life, okay, the old reality is starting to crack open and break open a little bit. And all this beautiful light is shining out here. I feel like it has something to do with you using your talent or your gift or letting your light shine through. Okay, the real breakthrough that's happening, it's not just like a financial breakthrough, this investment appears, you invest in it, changes your future, right? This is almost like the real breakthrough is you breaking out of your shell. You're that golden light in here that is breaking through this kind of dark facade where, you've just you've lived I don't even know how to really talk about this, but it feels like you've been living a life that is, almost like underachieving, Living a life where it's like you kind of been hiding yourself away a little bit. This is a chance for you to really break free of that and really just shine your light. Become who you were meant to become. The Princess of Pentacles is you. Okay? It's you. You're bringing out that superabundance of yourself. You are blossoming into abundance. And I believe it is through some kind of an investment, through a doorway that's appearing before you where you're going to have to put your time, effort, energy, money, and space, right? You're going to have to put yourself into it. And it may be chaotic at first. It may feel like it's destabilizing your life because guess what? This very frugal life, clipping coupons and stuff, this is very stable. This is very routine. We go around and around and around. This is like paycheck to paycheck, right? And it's very stable. This is something, when this doorway appears, and that's why this is in the fear, right? Don't be alarmed. Your path is shifting. It's going to feel like your path is shifting. It's going to feel like the ground is unstable beneath your feet. As this starts to give way, the stability, the merry-go-round, the carousel that you've been on, starts to kind of change its shape and stuff, right? As you are sort of transported to your new timeline, there's going to be this feeling of instability. Okay? So be aware of that. This is a sign that things are starting to happen. You have to trust this. You have to try to stay in the flow with this. Okay? And, of course, the choices. Two of Swords in the future position. Your choices are what are really going to matter. Okay? This is the confidence in your choices. You have to know how to make choices. Yeah. And this is now choosing alignment, choosing to trust your intuition. Okay. The Two of Swords is, it's not so much about the choices you're making, but how you're making them. Not by thinking what's the practical, what makes the most sense, what makes the most dollars, kind of making those very cautious and very prudent and very frugal choices, yeah. Continuing to make very smart choices, very efficient choices. And I think kind of like continuing to trust that instinct, right? Even while you're kind of making like, you're kind of taking like a risky choice, you know? Going through that divine doorway feels like it's a risky thing, and an investment is always a risk. But like I said, with that Four of Wands, it's not so much about trying not to spend money, but how you choose to spend your money, how you choose what to give your hard-earned dollars to. Is it just an expense, or is it an investment? When you go to the coffee shop and you buy a $5 coffee, is that an investment? Or is that just an expense? Well, maybe that coffee, you drink it, it fuels you up and you get a lot of work done. Okay, maybe it's an investment. Sure, you write it off your taxes, right? Maybe not, maybe only 50%. I don't know. I'm not good at that sort of stuff, so don't take my advice. But, you know, some things in life we realize are not an investment by any stretch of the imagination. It's just an expense. So trying to look at your life as a series of investments is what you're doing with the Four of Wands. Because the other side, the Four of Pentacles, is just saying, I'm staying home, I'm never going to leave the house, I'm going to deal with the bare minimum, I want no TV, I'm going to light a fire and bring some warm blankets, I don't need electricity, I'm just going to eat whatever food's around. And it's really that kind of scarcity mindset, because it's saying the only way to be safe is to not spend any money. Not spend any of my time, effort, energy, money, or space. Okay, those are the things that we invest. The Four of Wands, however, is how you are choosing to spend your hard-earned money, your time, your effort, your energy, and how you're going to invest your space. Okay, and looking at it as an investment rather than just an expense. And I think that you're somebody who tries to make most of your expenditures in life investments rather than just expenses. Okay? You're investing in things, investing in your education, investing in your health and your well-being, investing in joy, investing in other people. And you have to follow your heart. Now, subscribe to the channel, claim this. Drop a like to seal this reading. And if this woke something up for you, leave a comment, let me know. Big shout out to everybody that's watching this reading during their lunch break. Because now you're making time for spirit. Now you're investing in yourself. Okay? Anyway, this is yourself. This is not your superpower card. That would be our Knight of Cups here. But the Prince of Cups is your authentic self. This is the card of the authentic expression of yourself. And to me, it's kind of saying that you are investing in yourself. Maybe you're going to take some classes. Maybe you're going to, you're going to invest in, a YouTube channel. You're going to devote a little bit of time to watching some important videos on YouTube that are going to get you motivated and give you some ideas. Maybe it's, you're going to start your channel, or you're going to practice the thing, or you're going to train for something or study something, or, you're going to devote some aspect of time, effort, energy, money, and space to you. Maybe that little corner of your closet, instead of just piling it up with shoes, you're going to turn it into a little recording studio, a little vocal booth, a little art studio, or something like this, okay? Maybe it's that little corner of the closet, you're going to just empty it out, you're going to meditate in there. You're going to soundproof it, you're going to sit there, and you're going to invest in your spiritual growth. Yeah. But this is someone who is trying to overcome the emotional resistance, right? And do something courageous and brave and express themselves and live your life in this authentic way and to actualize your potential. Okay. This is somebody that is very honest with themselves, and knows their inner truth and isn't going to let the world around them sort of discourage them from being who they are. Okay, so this is somebody just kind of, I feel like it's a movie there. I'm almost thinking of that movie. What is it, the Eminem, that 8 Mile movie, or 9 Mile, 7 Mile? What is it? 8 Mile, right? However many miles. I like Eminem though. It's kind of like that, just kind of, being willing to take a risk and take a chance on who they really truly know they are, rather than just looking at their future and thinking it has to be a certain way. Taking a chance on who you really are. I think it's exactly like 8 Mile, right? Anyway, shout out to Eminem. I heard he's a fan of the show. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know if he's a Cancer sign, but anyway, in the environment, you have your investment in yourself, you have your investment in other people. The Knight of Cups, sending energy out to the world. Okay, this is a couple of things. This is you expressing yourself. This is you taking a chance on sort of giving the world your bowl of crab curry and saying, I hope you like it. Okay. You've invested in yourself, and part of that is the courage to give the world your gift. And at first, it's kind of like you have to give it away for free. Kind of like, Gordon Ramsay in these kitchen nightmare shows where he's out there on the street, like giving everybody the food for free. Like, here, take a free sample and take a menu and come have dinner, come book a reservation and come eat at the restaurant. And so at first, you might have to give that away for free. And we think, well, that's not smart. That's not making money. That's not going to do anything. How's that an investment, right? No, it is. Because you're investing, you're giving away that free sample, and then that person may, high likelihood, they're going to come there and say, hey, that was good. I want more of that. Where can I find that? Where can I order some? Yeah. I don't know what this is exactly for you. I hope it's an ice cream shop. I hope it's music or food or something. But this could be a lot of things. And maybe you will share your story with me and the rest of the community here in the comments. If you're watching right now, drop a star emoji so I know you're here, okay? And tap like if this resonates. This is you in kind of like sharing with other people. I think it's also you investing in those relationships. Being very vulnerable, being very honest with other people. And that's how you're going to form the right kind of partnerships, alliances. People are going to see you. And people are going to hear you and love you, and people are going to want to connect with you because you're authentic. You're investing in yourself and having confidence in yourself, and then you're bringing that to other people in a way that feels genuine. People want to be around you because you feel genuine, okay? Because it feels like you're giving somebody a real, genuine, authentic piece of you. Okay? So I think your relationships are really improving right now. And I think that, I think that you've had some rejection in your life. But this is now you realizing that you have to continue to invest in this, and it's going to change your life. It is going to. Not it will, not it could, not it might. It will change your life if you continue to invest in this, and invest in other people, and invest in you. Now, the doorway card, obviously, we've got a new world on the other side of this. And I think going through this doorway, this is a choice. You have to make the choice to go through this doorway. I think in some ways you're then bypassing this. Because sometimes this is just basically sorrow, basically suffering, in darkness, kind of, rather than becoming your authentic self and living the path of success and abundance. This is the alternative. This is the potential future. Going through this doorway, it's like a wormhole to a different future. And I wonder if that future is going to be in the mystery card. Okay? Because this might be a bleak future. let's say Eminem, let's say that whatever it was in the, not Eminem, but the Rabbit or whatever in 8 Mile movie. If Rabbit never got on as a rapper in that movie, I'm not talking about the real Eminem. I don't know the real Eminem or anything, but in that movie, if that life-changing moment never happened, then this would be that alternative future, right? The alternate reality. Making the choice to go through this doorway is going to change all that. It's literally changing your road. Your path is shifting. Your road leads a new way. Don't be alarmed. You're shifting timelines here. Okay? You're shifting into a new universe. You have to make the choice. No one's going to push you through the door. Okay? The doorway will appear, and it'll be scary. It'll seem like it's difficult, because it is. It's a fiery doorway, So it's either you stay on the same merry-go-round you've been on, which you know how to make this work. And this is a skill that's going to help you even when you get here. Even when you have all of the lavish abundance of the 9 of Pentacles, you're still going to be clipping coupons. That's making me smile, Because you're still going to be it's going to be very important how you spend money. Because you know what? Once you get it, you want to keep it. You want to make it keep working for you, right? Ring the bell if this is working for you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future readings, okay? Twice a week we do these. It's a lot of fun. It's not always fun. Sometimes it's very challenging. Sometimes we have obstacles that we have to surmount in order to continue, doing the work we're doing. I think the 3 of Swords, in all honesty, is you realizing that everything that you've been through in the past wasn't to punish you. It wasn't just suffering just for the heck of it. It was suffering that taught you how to do it, taught you how to endure hardship, taught you how to be frugal, taught you how to stretch resources, taught you how to invest, taught you how to say no to expenses and say yes to investments. Hit the like button if you're ready for all of that to be done and for your life of abundance to open up, to blossom before you, okay? And a big shout out to everybody that shares these videos in group chats and in forums and places like that, Reddit or whatever. Share the readings. You're spreading the light, and I appreciate you. Leave a comment and let me know what is hitting the hardest here for you. Because this 3 of Swords is the past. So it's the realization that everything you've ever been through has been teaching you, preparing you for this moment. All the clipping of the coupons, all of the eating bread sandwiches, eating like ice cubes for dinner, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. I mean, I don't know your story. All of that has taught you how to do it. So it's basically Spirit's way of saying, if you've endured your life up till now, you've learned a lot. You know how to endure struggle. You know how to push yourself. You know how to stretch your resources. You know how to walk the path of abundance. I feel like you know how to hang on to it. And I think it's when abundance starts coming in, don't let all your lessons go out the window. Don't forget all your training. And then you start buying the fancy cars and all this stuff, and then you're broke. You want to continue with that kind of frugality mindset, that kind of efficient investment mindset. You can get $1 million, you're still going to wear the same inexpensive clothing. I don't want to name any stores or whatever, but you know what I mean, right? You're buying the same. We used to have Kmart. You're wearing the same Kmart jeans and shoes, those Payless shoes, right? That we remember Payless. I used to shop. I still do shop at all those bargain kind of stores. Most of the clothes I get are secondhand, to be honest with you. That's beside the point. It's just that your mindset isn't changing. I think you're shifting into an alignment with more joy. You're gonna feel good about your accomplishments, but you still have that You got to be smart. You still have that frugality mindset, okay? Because you've been through the training, and so you know what it's like, and you say, I don't want to go back there. That wasn't a waste. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. So if we're switching timelines from a timeline of scarcity and suffering, what are we shifting to? Abundance, bliss, blessings, right? So maybe we want a 3 of Cups. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. All right, magic makers. Let's see. The Devil card. This is kind of ironic, right? Because at first glance, the Devil card seems like, oh, this money is the devil. It's going to corrupt you. You're going to be a slave to the abundance, right? Or it's saying that, oh, your lifestyle is going to creep up and it's going to destroy you and all these bad things, right? This kind of is a card that wants to make you afraid of success. Don't look at the devil that way. Okay? Look at this card in some ways as you're right now, you feel locked in on a certain kind of life. You feel chained to a certain kind of carousel, merry-go-round, round and round, right? There's a way for you to slip those chains off of your neck and travel in a different direction. Okay, that's first lesson. The other lesson of this card is really that grind mindset, that driving force. The devil is the engine of the car. It's the motivation. Sometimes we're motivated by necessity. There's not enough to eat. I've got to stretch this food to feed 5 kids, whatever, right? I got to stretch this dollar out. I got to make it last all week. I got 1 tank of gas. It's got to last me all month. Gas is expensive. And so sometimes we're driven and we're motivated by necessity. Okay, there's no other choice. Okay? I kind of feel like you need to kind of maintain that drive. Because really we have like 3 drives. There's the creative drive, okay, which is kind of what the Prince of Cups is all about, that authentic, there's something in me that wants to get out. I have got a story that I want to tell, a song I want to sing. There's something in me that wants to change the world in some way, great or small. A creative drive. And then there's the aggressive drive or the sovereign drive. I want to do it because I need to do it. I want to do it because I'm not going to let myself be defeated by life. Okay? So it's kind of like it's an aggressive kind of energy. It's kind of like it's an instinctual kind of force and fire. And sometimes it's just that aggressive drive that's driven by necessity. Okay? You either sink or swim, right? And so the aggressive drive is saying, I'm going to swim. I'm not going to sink. I'm going to swim, whatever it takes. Kind of survival instinct, right? And then the other part of the drive, third drive, is the pleasure drive. It's just feeling good, and I want to feel good again, so I'm going to keep doing it. Okay? And those 3 drives really have to be in balance. Okay? Because if they're not in balance, life's going to go maybe in a dark way. So in a way, we've got those 3 drives right here, but I wonder if the 3 drives here are kind of are a little bit out of whack. I wonder if, in this case, the main drive is the sovereign or aggressive drive. Okay? The pleasure drive and the creative drive here are too low. The only thing driving you is survival, necessity. That's sovereignty. I've just got to stay afloat. Okay, so the devil card might be kind of saying, let's bring those other drives back into balance, and then we're an unstoppable force. Then the engine is really optimized. You still have your instinct, your kind of clipping coupons, the frugality, the survival instinct, but then you've got this creative drive, this authentic self that is trying to reveal its true self to the world. And you have that pleasure drive. It feels good. And I want to align myself not just with surface level pleasure, but with real joy. Okay, so the devil becomes the engine of the car the endurance, the perseverance. You're climbing the mountain all the way to the top. Not just circling the base of the mountain, you're climbing upwards. And it's going to take a lot of drive. It's going to take a lot of motivation. So why not triple your motivation instead of just being motivated by survival? Let's be motivated by creativity and pleasure as well. Now, the pleasure drive has to be the top drive, has to be the top level executive drive. You're doing it because it's who you are. You're singing your song, you're writing your novel or whatever it is, okay? I think this is perfect. And also, we kind of see the, Capricorn and Cancer, your opposite signs. Okay, your opposite signs here. So this is really about bringing your ambition out of the shadows and bringing it forward and putting yourself out there. On the wheel of the zodiac, Cancer and Capricorn are opposite signs. So this is your shadow self, this devil energy, this very driven, very motivated person. And it's time to bring out this alter ego that's saying, I'm going to climb this mountain no matter what it takes. And you're going to do it for the right reasons, okay? Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading for the right reasons. And if you want to stick around, we'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner here. There's a link right here in the video description. New readings for Cancer on Wednesdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.